Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're using a single product, this Othemo headlamp, as a kind of real-world case study. It promises this, revolutionary 230-degree wide-angle beam. But we're not just reviewing a gadget here. We're really trying to figure out how you can spot, well, a sophisticated digital facade.
That's exactly right. Our listeners shared some sources, basically an investigation into this product. So our mission is to, quickly synthesize that material. We need to see if these red flags, and there are quite a few, like copied assets, iffy marketing, hidden locations, do they prove this thing is legit, or is it just more online overhype?
Okay, let's dive into the specifics then. Starting with reputation management. The company claimed they were featured in some big media outlets like Forbes and NBC, heavy hitters. But the sources, well, they reveal a pretty crucial failure right off the bat. Zero verified proof. Nothing found to back up those features.
Yeah, and what's fascinating there is how that basic check fails immediately.
Yeah.
And it connects directly to the visual side of things too, deception, really. So the product images they use online, they look great, very professional. But our sources found many were just copied, lifted straight from other places on the
It's
internet.
copied images. Okay.
Yeah. It's like selling a dream, isn't it? The pictures you see on the website might not even be the actual thing you get in the mail.
Okay, but let me just play devil's advocate for a moment here. Let's say the tech is actually good. If that 230-degree beam really works as advertised, should we, care that much that they maybe fudge their media mentions or use some stock photos?
Well, I think you should. Because that lack of transparency, even in those areas, it usually points to deeper problems, which is sort of what we found next. Look at the marketing itself. They're offering this massive 45% discount. Huge pressure. And then they claim it's the only light with this beam angle.
Right. That
Yeah.
sounds like a classic sales tactic.
Exactly. It feels less like confidence in their tech and more like just trying to make a quick sale. High pressure.
And that lack of confidence, it seems kind of cemented by the physical address they list, right? I mean, they give an email, a phone number, sure, standard stuff. But the physical address, the place that's supposed to ground the company in reality, it looks incredibly suspicious based on the sources.
It really is. The sources show that the listed address, it was just copied straight from some internet directory. There's no verification of an actual office there or warehouse or, anyone associated with the company at that spot.
Wow.
So it raises a pretty important question. Why would a company selling a physical product go to such lengths to, well, hide or fake their actual location? That feels like next level smoke and mirrors to me.
Yeah, that evasion is deeply worrisome. Okay, let's shift gears then to the ultimate reality check, customer reviews. From third-party sites like Trustpilot, that's where the rubber meets the road, usually. What did we find there?
Well, we found conflicting information, which is kind of what you'd expect from a carefully managed digital facade. On one hand, yeah, lots of positive reviews, but many followed the exact same structure. Repetitive, that's a pretty big signal they might be, manufactured, or at least heavily solicited.
Okay, but to be fair, we do have to weigh that against some genuine positive feedback, right? Our sources did note users praising the brightness, that wide beam. Some even mentioned okay after-sales support.
Absolutely, you have to acknowledge that. There were some seemingly legit positives, but then you have the critical counterpoints. Complaints about overheating, which sounds not great for a headlamp, slow shipping too, and probably most damning, reports of just poor product quality. Some users actually said the headlamp broke after just one use.
One use? Ouch. That suggests a serious quality control issue.
Definitely. It really contradicts the premium price point in all those marketing claims.
So, okay, summarizing this whole deep dive then. The multiple foundational red flags, the fake media stuff, the copied images, that phantom address, the weird review patterns they just stack too high. Doesn't really inspire confidence, does it? Even if a few customers got lucky with a working product.
Right. I think this deep dive really shows that seeing through sophisticated online marketing, it isn't just about judging the discount. It's about having a checklist, basically. You need to check fundamental facts, like where are they actually located? Are these media claims real? Where did these images come from? You got to check that stuff before you hit buy.
So here's our final thought for you, Upshuan. If a company puts this much effort into creating such a believable, professional-looking digital facade, what is the real cost of the product that they are trying so hard to hide? Something to definitely think about the next time one of those killer deals pops up in your feed.